Ebony, owner and operator of Skirt So Pretty. How's everyone doing today? How's it going? How y'all week been? What's popping? What's good? Thank you for tuning back in so that you can get some tips and tricks on how to sell and build your business on the Poshmark platform. So today I am going to talk to you guys about the algorithm and good and bad behaviors and how what you do on the app, how your daily activity affects your sales, your closet, and most importantly, your brand. So let's dig in. First thing I want to say is, what is an algorithm? What's an algorithm? An algorithm is an automated code that monitors everything you do on a site. Basically, it is the code that follows and tracks everything you do. They track your good behavior, they track your bad behavior, they track your spending habits, they track your likes, they track your dislikes, so that the platform can perform better and give you a more enjoyable experience. That's on both the sellers and the buyer side. But on the seller side, what you do on the app can also harm you and kind of hide your closet or get your closet throttled. And we'll talk more about that in a few minutes. So I wanted to give you guys good behavior and bad behavior. So good behavior. Good behavior is things that you should be doing on the app. Bad things are things that you shouldn't be doing on the app. And a lot of things that I'm going to tell you guys about, you might not have realized that they were bad things to the point that it affects your closet and affects the algorithm and affects how your closet is seen. So first, let's talk about what happens when you share an item and why it's important to have followers and to follow people. Every time you share your item, you are sharing your item into your into your followers. You're sharing it to what is the exact word? Basically, your followers is who gets to see your stuff. So let's say you only have 20,000 followers. If you share that item, only 20,000 people could potentially see that item, unless somebody who has other followers decides to help you and share your item. So let's say that you share your item and I'm one of your 20,000 people. And I saw your item and I liked it and I shared your item to my people, to my followers, but I had 80,000 followers. So now your item was just seen by potentially 100,000 new people, 20,000 of your followers, 80,000 of my followers. But good and bad behavior and how getting your stuff seen, how does this work? So sharing is the first thing. You want to share. I say share. You want to share other people's closets, but you definitely want to share your stuff. Your items are not being seen unless you share them. You have to share them to get seen into the newsfeed. So you want to try to figure out how many times that's comfortable for you, that you want to share your closet throughout the day. You might want to share your closet 5 times, 3 times, 100 times, what works for you. But at the same time, you don't want to overshare, because sharing your closet is good, oversharing is bad. If you overshare your closet, Poshmark, you'll get an alert telling you that you can't share anymore. And I believe every time you keep sharing, even after it tells you you can't share no more, I think it adds some more time onto how long you have to wait. I think when I first started, like, I would stay up all night sharing, trying to get attention, trying to get people to see my closet, to see what I had going on. And I think one day I did like 16,000 shares in one day by my hand, honey. My eyes were dry, my fingers were cramped. But what happened was, eventually Poshmark wouldn't let me share anymore, and it literally told me you can't share. You're sharing. You can't share anymore. Share later. And then it didn't let me share for like 24 hours. So you don't want to overshare. You want to share just enough. It's up to you, but definitely 15,000 is way too much. 10,000, I think, is a little high as well. try to share your items your whole closet a good 3 to 4 times a day. So if you have 1,000 items in your closet and you shared your closet 3 to 4 times, well, you just shared your closet 3 to 4,000 times throughout the day. And again, if you're following tons of people, then tons of people is seeing your items. That is why it's important to follow. Don't get upset like, oh, people aren't following me back. Poshmark isn't like a Facebook or an Instagram where you want to get you do want to get as many followers as you want, but it's not like, oh, my followers is off and things of that nature. You want to try to gain as many followers as you can, and the best way to gain as many followers as you can is to follow as many people as you can, which goes to my second part of this about the algorithm. One thing I have definitely noticed is that Poshmark gives you what you give it back. So therefore, if you're active every day and you're sharing your closet, then you'll find other people will share your closet. If you're not sharing your closet, then you'll notice, like, let's say you go a day and you don't share your closet. Well, you'll notice crickets. You don't see no real notifications that people are sharing your closet. Okay, let's say that you go on a following spree, and you sitting there, you following. Well, you'll see for that day, you'll get a shitload more followers. Why? Because Poshmark gives you back what you get into it, and this is where the good behavior, bad behaviors come into play with. If you are consistent with your shares, consistent with your listing, consistent with saying hello to people, that's also a good behavior. Getting on the app and saying hello. For me, I'm either chit-chatting with customers, or I'll go into 10 new closets a day. I tell myself, go to 10 new closets and say, hello, welcome to Poshmark. The app is going to see that you are sharing. It's going to see that you are listing. It's going to see that you are saying hello, that you're not a robot. And it's going to reward you by putting your items in front of more eyes. Now, let's go back into sharing your item. I said that if you've got 20,000 followers and you share your item, that it potentially goes in front of 20,000 people. Well, this is where the algorithm and the bad behavior comes into play, because it's not necessarily going to go in front of 20,000 people. It might go in front of 1,000. It might go in front of 500. The algorithm is going to kind of know who to kind of throw that in front of. But also, if you're not really sharing and you're not exhibiting good behaviors, then when the algorithm does show your item, it might not be seen by as many people. So you want to make sure that the algorithm sees that you are being a good posture. You are sharing, you are listing, you are following, and you are commenting. These are all good behaviors. And I have a good method, the 30mm. In the next video, we'll definitely talk about that, of how you can maximize your productivity and minimize your time on Poshmark, and that will be hopefully the next video. So I talked about that. I talked about sharing, oversharing, being consistent, listing, social media. Poshmark is a social media selling platform. But what's important is that word, Poshmark is a social media selling platform. So when you share from your Poshmark into other social media accounts, that's a good behavior. Poshmark is seeing that you are trying to get exposure for your closet. So you're doing the work and you're putting it in front of people, but again, as far as the algorithm sees, it shows that you are promoting yourself, you are talking to people, you are sharing, you are listing, you are being consistent every single day. This is how you get your items seen in front of people. Poshmark is not like eBay. Poshmark is not like Mercari or Vinted or these other type of of selling platforms where you put the item on the site and eventually somebody comes, they buy it, and you walk away. Your items will not be seen unless you do the work and you do a mixture. You do good behaviors and stay away from the bad behaviors. Share every day. List every day. Even if you're relisting an item or listing 1 or 2 items, be consistent. The algorithm sees that and they will put you in front of more buyers. Also, buy every now and again. Even if you're a buyer, buy something, because again, you will get you'll see by doing these positive behaviors and every once in a blue buying something that Poshmark rewards you by putting your items in front of more eyes to get seen. Like, let's be real. Like, I believe this is what I believe. I believe that the algorithm is so in depth that it knows who is kind of looking for what you're buying or what you're selling. I'm sorry. So if you're oversharing, if you're only sharing and you're only sharing your closet and you're not sharing other people's closets, if you're not following people, if you're not talking to people, when you go to share your items, of course they're not going to be seen in front of the right eyes. But the algorithm will reward you by helping to put it in front of the right eyes if you are exhibiting good behaviors. Okay. Next is reviewing listings. That is a good behavior. You're helping out the Poshmark platform. Now, not everybody gets asked to review listings. I kind of feel as though it's something that they ask every now and again to people if they're getting close to Posh Ambassador. But reviewing listings is basically for when people mark a listing for spam or mistagged or misbranded and things of that nature. It's Posh ambassadors or just regular Poshers who go look at those listings and say, okay, is this a non-compliant item? It doesn't need to be removed, things of that nature. A good behavior is helping Poshmark by removing those, by reviewing the fake items, reviewing the sex toys and removing them and things of that nature. A bad behavior is reviewing these items and then telling the person that you're reviewing these items. Poshmark is asking you to do this anonymously, so you're not supposed to tell the person whose items you are technically removing and things of that nature what they need to do with their closet. That's not your job. And again, this goes to good behaviors and bad behaviors and how they affect the algorithm on Poshmark. Blocking, constantly blocking. If you are on an app and every time somebody says something wrong or you don't like something that somebody does or you don't like their closet and you block, and you're constantly blocking, in my opinion, I believe that the algorithm sees that. First of all, you blocking your blessings. Like, some people can be very petty and block for the smallest, for the craziest of reasons. Like, oh, this person offered me $20 off on a $50 item. I'm just gonna block them. No, you counter. And you show to the app that you are countering and you're engaging with this person instead of saying I don't want to be bothered and blocking them. So don't do as much blocking. That's bad. Oversharing is bad because they might think that you're a robot. It is illegal to have a robot attached to your Poshmark account. Your page will get shut down. Don't do it. If you get tired of sharing, I would suggest paying a virtual assistant if you are on any of the social media platforms, the Twitter, the Instagram, and the Facebook groups. There are tons of virtual assistants advertising themselves. Grab a virtual assistant. Don't get caught with a bot. It's not worth getting your closet shut down, because if your closet gets shut down, baby, that's your money. So that is a bad behavior. Spamming closets. Yes, that is a bad behavior. Spamming someone's closet would be going under their listing and advertising yourself, advertising what you do, advertise what you got going on. When you are constantly going on other people's pages, whether it's their Meet the Postures, whether it's the item that they're selling, and you're constantly saying, hey, check me out because I got this and that going on, they are flagging you. They can flag your comment, and if your comments are constantly getting flagged, then the algorithm is going to look at it as though you're a problematic seller. And when you go to share your items, yet again, your items will not be seen in front of as many people as you would like. Also, if you're consistently and constantly spamming other people's closets, like, hey, come to my closet because I got a $5 to $25 cell phone on. Honey, we're not even going to talk about them 5 to 25. That's a whole nother video. But Poshmark will then think that you're a bot, possibly, and they will shut your page down if enough people are complaining that you're spamming, and they're going to throttle. Throttle is when the algorithm slows your activity down. It slows how many people is seeing your items. It's slowing your sharing. It's slowing your visibility. You don't want to be throttled. You don't want to be but when it tells you that you can't share, or you can't follow any more people because you follow too many people, or that you overshared, or that it'll tell you when it's certain actions, you just hit a throttle and you kind of want throttle time out. So we don't want to be on time out. By no way is this list complete. There are so many more things that are good and bad behaviors on the Poshmark app, and if I talked about all of them, we'd be here for a couple of hours. So every now and again, I'm going to come back and I'm going to remind you guys and let you guys know some good behaviors, some bad behaviors, and how it affects the Poshmark app and how it affects yourselves. But by basically using common sense, having a good code of ethics, learning from your mistakes and learning from your successes, and you'll basically will stay on the algorithm's good side. It's just really that simple. Don't spam people's closet. It's annoying, and it could get your account shut down. Don't overshare. It will get you throttled. Don't overfollow. It will get you throttled. And the thing is, when you get throttled, Poshmark is stopping your items from being seen by as many people. So we do not want this to happen. So that is all I have for you guys today. I have another Poshmark. I'm so sorry. I have been doing tons of videos, and I have to go back to see what I posted and what I haven't posted. And I have more videos that I definitely have to post for you guys. But I'm not sure if I said this yet, but I had a Posha Sip last week. My first Posha Sip at Jomar Whitaker stores at 5300 Whitaker Avenue. It was dope. It was awesome. We had about a good 25 people show up. We partied. We got some really good tips. I met some really great ladies. And the following weekend, which was this weekend, Jomar had a $10 fill the bag sale, and what I thought was so dope was a lot of the women who you guys see me on social media, you guys follow my YouTube, you guys seen that I talked about it. A lot of you guys came, y'all saw me at the fill the bag sale, y'all came over, y'all said hi, y'all said hey, we saw you. The information is getting out there. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. I will definitely be dropping more videos of what I am thrifting and what I'm grabbing, and I will definitely keep you guys in the know. We have another Passion Sip coming up. I have 3 Passion Sips this month. First one I'm co-hosting with Diva Deluxe. Is DIV_D_Lux, LUXE_. We're co-hosting a Passion Sip in the Roxborough area of Philadelphia. Go to Eventbrite and you'll see you can grab tickets for that. That is a free event. We're having it's 3 free events this month. The second free event will be July 20th. So the first event is July 13th. I'm co-hosting with Diva Deluxe. The second Posh and Sip is the very following week, which will be a shopping sip at Poshmark South Philly. Again, we'll have dope giveaways. We'll have dope raffles. We'll have dope discounts, some treats. It'll be really, really great. So make sure you grab some tickets for that. And then the very following week, I'll be in South Philadelphia at another community event, spreading the word of our Lord and Savior, Poshmark. Okay, over here trying to help people get started on the Poshmark app. Please, please, please find me on Eventbrite in the Philly area. Come to my free events. Meet me face to face. Come, join. We are having so much fun shopping, thrifting, and getting money. So come join us. I am surrounded by an amazing group of women who are dope. They're empowering, they're inspirational, and I met them through Poshmark. So definitely come join us, women of all ages, men. It don't matter. We are having so much fun. So please, if you're in the Philadelphia area, come and join us. And I will be back to holler at you guys with some tips later on this week. Have a blessed one.